Hi, today we talk about justice, but I want to analyze in different causes, consequences, context, and reasons. But before starting, I will talk about the very general historical context about justice. Everything began when Plato, with his book The Republic, studied the just and the unjust, and conceived the state as a big man, a moral person in everything similar. But Aristotle treats justice from its most general aspect to the particular. He saw it as a point of balance between extremes characterized by excess and defects. In addition, two commutative justice concepts were added that establish an equality between what is given and what is received, and a judicial concept which considers the litigators in equal conditions and the impartial role of the judge. Justice is a concept in which it is intended to give each one what corresponds to him. The establishment of religious and legal norms or law which purports to be a representation of justice. It seeks to protect in order to ensure optimal relationship between individuals. This means that justice will be entrusted with it applying the laws and norms that have been implemented within a society respecting the rights of each one of the individuals, trying to discover the culprit so that he is reminded to serve his sentence for having committed a fault. The role of the authority within the justice is to have the responsibility to defend the order established by the political constitution of the United Mexican States, to maintain the balance between the different powers through different judicial solutions that are issued after analyzing the different evidence. But the role of society is even more important because they are responsible for respecting it. We are guided we are guided by our moral values or legal consequences that could be imparted. The role of society is very, very important because we are ambassadors of our constitution, since people of other countries will have contact with us, and according to our behavior, we will be evaluated and respected. The role of society is to recognize when a fault has been committed and face the consequences that the authority imposes. First, we are going to translate their concepts to the currently country that we live. Last week, I carried out a survey to 35 persons with three simple questions. This is the result. The results are impressive, since people do not trust in the authorities, and the authorities are the responsible of forcing the law in the community. 98% of the people affirm that there is an inefficiency in the authorities because corruption and impunity. How can a judicial system can be respected with these results? Continue with the following question. We make a complete reference to the justice done by the unhound of society, and surprisingly, 88% of the interviews are in favor of this activity. believing that this is the only solution for there to be justice. Here I immediately related to the film that we analyzed in the classroom, where the protagonist was completely desperate to seek justice, since the authorities are based on a very rigid procedure, thus avoiding procedures that are very fast or efficient. But in Mexico, passed a very, very bad phenomenon called impunity, where the authorities ignore or simply because they do not have enough economic or human resources do not take any action to punish or investigate each of the cases or demands that come to them. People are increasingly tired of the not being heard by the authorities or that they. Finally, I give you my solution to this problem. I enumerate my solution in this piece of paper. The first thing, I restructure the penitentiary system and legal system in Mexico. Second, I start with change the authorities that is not convincing to helping others for conviction. Because the policemen in Mexico want a better salary, and if the government don't give it, they go to the easy road, that is corruption. The third, I short the whole procedure to raise a complaint, because according to the survey that I realized, people do not denounce because it consumes more than 6 hours, causing impunity. The people don't want go to the municipal palace because take much time. Fourth thing, the consequences are determined if the people want do criminal acts or correct the road to a better thing. But what happened in Mexico is that there is not functional corrective system. It seems that when they enter to the prison, they come out worse. And suppose them is a corrective system that is not functional. Why not copy the penitentiary system of Finland? This is a data that in Finland only reported one crime for every 4,000 inhabitants. If very short compared with Mexico. Because they have a very strict control, insisting that those who leave the prison do not commit a criminal act again. In addition to having an internal education system allowing inmates who do not have a professional degree can prove access to one with the help of an internship university and can be reintegrated to the society.